Time Gate Moments. Welcome. Hi there everyone, welcome to Time Gate Moments. You are watching the Flat Earth campaign and presentations. This is proof number 7 and you will not be disappointed, that's for sure. But guys, before we can go ahead with the main program and video, can you please subscribe in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now guys, proof number 7 is another experiment-based video. In that we're not just making claims here or empty statements. There's no CGI usage here or any modern day cosmological jargon and assumptions. The experiment is straightforward. In fact, it's going to be so simple that you are going to say, wow, that makes a lot of sense. Now, to set the foundation, this is Earth, the floor, the ground, and the lowest surface of our wonderful and spacious universe. Right? Then above that, as you know, obviously, we have the clouds, or scientifically known as the troposphere. This is where waters, rain, vapor, wind, storms, ice form. And in fact, it is the lowest and the most oxygen-rich part of our atmosphere. Then we have space, aka the blue sky. Endless and endless and endless space, high altitude. And in fact, there's only a number of airplanes or aircrafts and other mechanisms or machines that can get here and stay there for a given amount of time. Then above that, we have the sun, the moon, the stars, and the constellations. Now, how far or close the stars and the sun are to the Earth, or their relative size in relation to the Earth, that was fully explained on proof 5 and 4. Go and check it out. Now guys, can we come to a common and reasonable premise, notion and obvious knowledge that the sky above us is completely detached from the Earth below, right? Does that make sense? And most of you, if not all, are thinking, of course that makes sense. What is this guy talking about? Of course, the sky above us is completely detached from the Earth below. Okay, brilliant. At least we agree on that point. Therefore, let us proceed. However, before we can continue with the experiment and what have you, let us first reacquaint ourselves with one or two things about the globe Earth. Now, this one is a good sample in terms of textbook images transformed into a CGI version. This one is very popular, as you know, from cosmological images and videos, etc., of the spinning or rotating Earth. This one particularly going easterly, as you can see right here. Very impressive indeed. In terms of the maths and numbers, here we are being told about the Earth's revolution, that the Earth goes around the sun about 67,000 miles per hour, which is very impressive in terms of speed and velocity. Also, at the same time, we are being told that the Earth rotates around its axis at about 1,000 miles per hour. This one here is another sample. Again, of course, a CGI, but nevertheless very impressive. This one here particularly now spinning or rotating westerly, you see. Very impressive, of course. So, in terms of our experiment, let us briefly go back to this image earlier about the space and sky above us. We also know, just to recap the point or slightly over-elaborate on that point, we also know conclusively, observably, and obviously that the sky and space above us are completely detached from the Earth down below, just as the sun and the moon are detached from the Earth, right? And of course, you may feel that I'm just over-elaborating the point, but it's just to keep us on the same premise so that you know exactly where this is going. That is, there is no CGI usage here or any modern day cosmological jargon and assumptions. Nothing of that nature here on proof number 7. And the thing is, what I'm saying here, you don't even need a professor to tell you that, or your mom or your dad, or college or school. These are just things that you know through natural observation and intuition. You know that the sky is definitely detached from the earth down below. Even the clouds are detached from the earth down below. You see. Now the experiment we are trying to conduct here, essentially speaking, we just need something or someone or some kind of a capability that can go to and stay at this altitude here, somewhere in the sky at this height. Preferably say, I don't know, an altitude of 210,000 feet. It can be more or it can be less. I'm just using this figure for just exhibition, an example. And therefore, the candidates are various. First, we have the dragonfly, one of the riverside above waters hovering specialists, as you can see here, demonstrating its motion regulation and mid-air suspense capability. But as an insect, although impressive, it cannot really help us with the altitude in question. Next, we have the kestrel, one of the falconites or predatory birds, and one of the best out there. As you can see here, demonstrating its simulation and capability of aerodynamics. But again, a falcon, we're looking to estimate 300, 400 meters up, less or more. So therefore impressive, but not high enough. Then we have the condor from Chile or South America, a bird well known for high altitude and the ability to stay there. Next, we have the world of drones. And we can assure you there is a good, decent, and wide selection out there in the marketplace. You will not be disappointed for sure. I'm not sure what type of version this one is, but it looks pretty robust, well assembled and manufactured. What an excellent addition to our modern day technology and gadgets. Now with drones, the thing is, on one hand, they are available to everyone, to the general public. It's just a matter of who can afford them and what sophistication or altitude demonstration of function you are looking for. But nevertheless, they are available to all of us. As you can see here, also on a personal level, drones give you the chance, the opportunity, the option of demonstrating and simulating vertical takeoff. That is to take off from a particular spot, go all the way up to a particular altitude, and then come back to the exact taken off position. This clip here is a good one to be able to see what we mean by that. Let us take a look.
Here we are at 1,638 feet. Terrifying and exciting. Look at that breathtaking view. Are you ready for the descent?
But to be more realistic, we need something more technological, machine-based, such as this private jet. However, with private jets, they are really good for altitude flying, but they are not the best in hovering, that is staying in one place while flying. Helicopters are a really, really good option for hovering, but not high altitude. Then we have the F-35 Battlefield, one of the best aircraft and machines out there in terms of aerodynamics, simulation, and capabilities. Now, the F-35, on one hand, is a vertical takeoff and vertical landing specialist, and it has been designed for high altitude flight and mission. However, on the other hand, it is not the best for hovering, maybe for technical reasons, for long periods of time, just as we saw earlier with a dragonfly above the riverside, etc. Anyway, let's take a look. Now, this is the experiment. And by the way, once again, there is no optic illusion or CGI usage or trickery. There are no Father Christmas presents available here. This is a straightforward experiment as we have promised earlier in the video. Now, since most of us cannot afford a private jet or a helicopter or an F-35 with the exception of a good drone, you will just have to use your imagination for a moment. Now, what we need is a vertical takeoff capability such as this helicopter and what have you, or better demonstrated by this F-35 machine. Then after we go up directly and vertically, say to an altitude of 300,000 feet, and we're just using this figure for exhibition purpose, it could be more or less, you see. So once we get there, the helicopter or F-35 has to hover there continuously without going left or right or forward or back or anywhere. It has to simply hover in open space, suspended in open space, or better demonstrated by this insect of a dragonfly. In fact, this thing is really good at this, you see. So yes, so it has to hover there for about 3 hours, directly above the original taken off position or spot. Afterwards, you will see, observe, and conclusively realize without a shred of a doubt that after 3 hours of high altitude hovering and suspense in open space, way up there, way above the clouds, completely detached and removed from the earth down below, is that helicopter, that F-35 will land back exactly at the original spot of takeoff. Fact, without a doubt, such as you can also see with this drone. Now, the question is this, for those globe proponents and modern day CGI and solar system campaigners, the question is this: how on earth can the earth be spinning or rotating as we have been told when we can clearly demonstrate and observe from high altitude that is not the case? Think about this carefully. If the earth was really a globe, as we have been told, spinning and rotating and wobbling here and there, as you can see with this CGI illustration, it means for a helicopter or something of that nature to hover and levitate way up there in space, say at 300,000 feet, without going anywhere for about 3 hours. We repeat with emphasis, for about 3 hours. It means that helicopter or that F-35 aircraft should be above 3,000 miles away in a different location. And you are probably thinking, what's the logic? Remember the Earth's revolutions. The Earth rotates around its axis at about 1,000 miles per hour, we are being told. We are not adding anything new whatsoever to the modern day cosmological and solar system conjecture and CGI. Therefore, if something's at 300,000 feet up there in the sky, right, for 3 hours, it means the Earth below it should be shifting and rotating for about 3,000 miles. Think about that. The fact of the matter is, these claims here about the Earth, these numbers have never ever been observed and experimented on scientifically. They are just claims and pure conjecture. Fact. Here is the absolute truth. If truth is of any use, the Earth, your Earth, is completely motionless, chilled out, relaxed, set in place. This antelope knows that because it is part of the natural habitat, for sure. This guy knows that. What an excellent performer. He knows that intuitively. So does this person. Otherwise, they won't be able to do that, daredeviling in midair like that, without any real support system. Men and ladies, knowledgeable and ignorant, strangers and friends, whoever you are watching this, the Earth is completely motionless. Everything else is moving above it. by now, viewers are wondering, such as yourself, why is this guy not taking X, Y, Z into account or into the equation? Exactly. All that has been left out deliberately. No CGI, no optic illusion, no modern astronomy conjecture, and baseless claims. We are here to separate facts from fiction. Now, amongst many other things, this is what the Quran says about the earth. As for the earth, we spread it out. How superbly did we smooth it out? And by the way, this word here highlighted in red, this is where the English term earth etymologically comes from. That is, this is the original name for our earth. Whoever you are, and from wherever you may come from, watching this video and listening to this, this is the absolute truth, what you are witnessing here today. Hi there guys, you've been watching proof number 7. We hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. Therefore, for more videos and exciting experiments, don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button. See you soon for more.